Today we're going to talk about how to set up a crud custom REST API using iglue. So the first thing I'm going to do is download the application. I've made some edits here so that we could quickly cut and paste, but essentially we're going to jump into PowerShell, do a wget, we'll call our new application custom_REST. Once it's downloaded, we'll start it up, and once it's started, we'll go to the application using the URL that's specified down below. Once in the application, we'll log in as admin. That is the default username and password. Of course, you can change that. And then we'll create a flow. To do that, we go to File Templates, Mongo CRUD Flow. We use the flow name person, and then we'll use the database name CRM, and then the collection name person. Once we create it, it will go ahead and put all of our activities together, link them together, and you'll see that we have a post, a get by ID, and a delete. Now we'll log out of our application, and then we'll test our new REST API. So we're actually done. The API has been created. We only need to test it with Postman. So the first thing we need to do is authenticate. So we'll go to the endpoint to our application with the last part is auth, and then we want to put our credentials in, which is a JSON blob basically with username and password. We'll send that, and that'll give us a bearer token in the header. Let's copy that bearer token out, and then we're ready to create our first user. So let's go to the authorization, copy the bearer token in to the authorization. We're going to make this a post, and we'll post to our endpoint that was made based on the flow name. And then all we need to do is get our package of JSON, which represents the data that we want to save. Place that in, send it, and this should give us our package back with a new field, which is the ID of the newly created record. Now let's list from our API all the records, and we should only have one, which we do, and there we can see the record that we had created. So let's go back and add another record. We can do this by doing another post on our REST endpoint. So here we copy that new record, we send it, and then if we go back and list, do a get, we see that now we have two records. So let's delete the record that we just put in there, or let's just get the record that we just put in there. So we can do that by copying the ID and do a get and appending that to the REST endpoint URL. And you'll see that it gets that particular record. Next, we'll do a delete, and all we have to do is keep that same endpoint, go and select a delete command, and then hit send, and that will remove that record from our database. So now let's go back and list our database. Just do a get on that endpoint, and you'll notice that record that we deleted is no longer there. So we can see all of the actions that took place by going into the application and looking at the requests that came in. This is a good way. It provides an audit trail essentially of all the actions that were taken on that new custom REST endpoint that we created. So here you can see we did a get, a delete, a get by ID, another get, a post, and a get, and a post.